Top five.
Yeah, girl. You ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top 5, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alyssa, were you anything like a pioneer or pirate?
No, I just scooped ice cream.
That's good.
There you
too.
go.
Good. Did you have a name?
But I did get a very valuable skill from it. If you tell me your favorite ice cream, I can tell you what it says about your personality.
Ooh, I like black cherry.
Ooh.
Okay, so like a cheesecake black cherry or just like straight up vanilla black cherry?
It's like I don't know the difference.
Okay, that's okay. We'll just roll with it. You definitely have some money coming into your life. You like to live like a lavish lifestyle, and you're definitely heading into that.
Wow.
Okay. I get it like once a year.
That's all you need, baby.
That's it.
Catherine, what's your favorite ice cream? I like this fortune teller.
Chocolate chip mint.
That's a good one.
Girl, that is like the best kind to pick.
Yeah.
That means people really like you. You're really friendly. You're generally pretty easy to get along with. You can be
Sweet.
kind of fussy sometimes, but for the most part, people just like love having you in their life.
Like the ice cream. That makes
Yes.
sense.
Do you have a document pulled up right now and you're just like reading whatever off ice cream? No?
I have another favorite after Tuong says his.
Oh, well, thank you.
After you say yours.
Vanilla? No. Let's see.
Nobody likes you.
What would someone with vanilla, well, what's their
In
fortune?
theory. Yeah.
Yeah, in theory.
The person
Oh,
is very
there's-
vanilla.
Is you always have like the thing that you tell people, and then you have the thing that you actually think. So if someone says vanilla to me, which happens like relatively often, you say like you really like classic things, you like to uphold traditions.
No.
You know, you kind of like spin it that way, but in your head you're like, oh my god, this person's so boring, get me out of here.
Yeah, shit. So
you-
not vanilla. No. I like, I don't know too many ice cream flavors, but I was always partial to just Neapolitan, but that's like a mixture of a bunch of.
Super kid?
Yeah, Neapolitan, you know, that's kind of the person's like, you know, their house would be very eclectic. You know, they like to have like a bit of everything going on. They can't really make decisions very well.
There you go. That sounds like me.
But not in an annoying way, and kind of like an endearing way.
Thank you. Like how you add that little tidbit of information at the end.
I have another Lush ice cream that I just want you to tell me how rich I am again.
Yes.
Pralines and cream.
Oh, praline cream is a very interesting choice because it tends to skew older. So
An old
for that
soul.
one,
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much. Wow.
I would say that people like to ask you for advice. You're wise beyond your years.
Oh, God.
You generally make good decisions.
This is Kristine? This is Kristine.
Try some pralines and cream. That's my advice. It's good as fuck.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor there, Alyssa?
I usually go Heavenly Hash.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't know ice
all
cream.
sorts of
It's a lot of
things
hash
Heavenly.
brown.
Oh,
It's like chocolate and brownie. It's got nuts and marshmallow.
yeah,
It's like rock
I
and
was
roll.
picturing hash brown on a cone.
It's just grated potatoes in a cone.
Yeah. I love
Very
it.
PEI.
Doom, doom, doom. And with that, let's start the show.
Top five.
Top 5. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ranked Top 5 Lists of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tuong La, and we, today, in the pod cavern, are making things romantic. We are making things full of love and heart emojis and what else?
A little action.
Kisses.
Kissies,
Kissing.
snuggles,
We've been
Chocolate.
touching each other's hair.
and
Oh.
but no. Take it back. To my right, to my very far right, all the way into the magical land of PEI, we have Alyssa Wooldridge. Alyssa, you did it. You're on the show. Fun fact for everyone at this table, Alyssa and I have been friends for, I don't know, 3-4 years, but we've never
Yeah.
actually spoken till today.
What?
Like,
Which is bananas.
we've never met each other in person either.
What?
Yeah, this is a very strange thing
I
to
was
just
going to ask
start
how
the
you
show.
guys knew each other.
In my old podcast back in the day, Bro Cool Nation, Alyssa just wrote a bunch of stuff for the website, And that's how we started talking. And we've been friends ever since, but never actually spoken. So
This is like an online date for you guys?
this is an online date.
Sort of.
It's going very poor. Alyssa, who is the guest to your right or across from you?
Okay, on the right and or across from me is Catherine, whose last name starts with a B.
Ballachey.
Ballachey. Catherine is back, 2018.
Yeah. thanks for
Ballachey
having me
2018. Hello,
back.
Catherine.
The updated version.
Yes. Thank you for being back on the show.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, this guest beside you
Oh, yeah.
almost needs no introduction. In fact, she just flipped me off, so she really doesn't deserve it. But Catherine, who
To
is
my
this
right
guest?
is Kristine Shadid.
Christine. Christine's back. Meow, 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 meow. Christine.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm back.
Christine, you're
You
back.
can't get rid of me.
Especially since you live so close now.
Now that I've vocalized, I like doing your podcast. Come bring me back.
Yes.
And I'm back once a month.
Oh, it's true. It's true. You're back all the time now, which I'm okay with. Because this pod cavern is full of love, warm welcomes. And today we are talking about top 5 Valentine's date ideas to celebrate the month of love. Yeah. Now, here's a question for all of you. What are your thoughts on Valentine's Day? Because a lot of people hate it, and I'm kind of on the fence about it.
I pegged you as a super romantic, cheesy Valentine's Day guy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like I pegged you as I'm gonna get her roses and I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna have a necklace and I'm gonna take her like a scavenger hunt. Like that's what I picture you as.
Wow.
Yeah. You're like a rom-com's wet dream.
Ooh.
Ooh. I like that description of me, but I'm not. I don't know.
Not quite accurate.
Not quite accurate. And like you picture me like having the bathtub full of like rose petals and that
Like
kind of
show-
stuff.
I'm not
Pine,
picturing
yeah.
you in the bathtub, Ton.
No, please don't. It's not pretty.
Oh God, now I'm doing it.
Christine, stop.
I can't.
Catherine, what do you think about Valentine's here?
I'm a big fan of like small, consistent displays of affection. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I don't necessarily need like one day to be like, yes, here's like some grand gesture. Well, it'll just be specifically on this day.
That's right.
And that's where I'll spend all my money. It's more
It's kind of a cash grab, isn't it?
a little bit, but it's also like you can have a nice gesture there, you know, but there are also like other ways to like mark love or like friendships and stuff
Yeah.
too. But I'm not fully opposed to it. You get to eat chocolate.
Yes.
And then there are great discounts on February 15th
That's my
on
day.
chocolate.
That's
yeah.
my fucking day.
Like
Those
the day
cinnamon
after
herbs.
Easter is also
Yeah.
your day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cadbury is so fucking good.
Yeah. Alyssa, what are your thoughts on Valentine's? Have you ever gotten a grand gesture from some person?
Actually, kind of. In the 9th grade, a guy wrote me like a little love letter, and he like cut it into like the shape of a heart, and I was like so
Aw.
embarrassed. I didn't even read it for days. It was like a whole situation. But I have a real problem with people who go on about how Valentine's Day is like a made-up holiday, blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? You don't love the person in your life enough that you can't just like do something nice for them on one day. Really?
Yeah. There you go.
Like, I don't think it needs to be big, but like, why are you so upset you have to be like extra nice to this person for one day? Like, calm down.
Like, come on, people. We got to be reminded sometimes that love is something to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Now, here's one last thing. What are your thoughts on the movie Valentine's Day?
See, the year that movie came out, I went to the movies not to watch that movie because I was like, I'm not one of those like screw Valentine's Day, but I was also one of those I'm always alone on Valentine's Day. so I went to see The Wolfman 2 theaters over. I
Yes.
think Anthony Hopkins was in it. I don't know. And so I went there with 2 friends to just be like, screw it, let's watch a scary movie when this super romancy themed movie is out. And we're making jokes the whole time because we don't care. And then there's just like this couple next to us was like, hey, we're trying to have a romantic date here. And I'm like, wrong movie, dude.
You need to be 2 cinemas over.
Yes. All right. So before we get started and start recommending some Valentine's date ideas, because we are experts, apparently. In fact, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. I'm going to go ahead and say these are probably going to be date ideas in general.
Yep.
Probably, I assume, that you can do on any day. So any day could be your Valentine's Day. My name is Tuong La, and this is the podcast. What are our ground rules here? Anything.
Great.
Good stuff. I mean,
I was
They
like, what
need
can
to
I
be
say that's not offensive?
Activities. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Activities
Does
you can do with another person.
another
I don't know.
person? Are these constrained to just the two people, or is this? Can we can it be a group activity with people?
I think it could be a group activity. What do you guys
agree.
think?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because that's one of mine, so I hope
Long
so.
as everyone's cool with it.
Yeah.
Cool with it. I'll go ahead and say that in this, money is not a factor. I would say, like, if
Oh.
you're like, if you happen to be very rich and bougie, and you have millions of dollars and you want to take someone on a cruise, I guess that counts. But we're really thinking about
Do you
the
really
stuff.
write cruise for Valentine's Day?
No.
Just
Cross
one night.
off
Just
you.
one night. Just,
One night cruise, please.
we're gonna have a dinner in the middle of the ocean, honey.
You can't escape.
Will you marry me? No. Well,
Well, shit.
it's gonna be 3 hours till back to port.
All right. Well, let's just get into it. It doesn't sound like we have any real rules, okay?
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think so too. So for my very first date idea, let me see here. What do I got? Oops, this is my other list that says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the top. This is
That's
not
a great.
What? That's amazing.
to watch.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we go into the sewers. You eat pizza.
Yeah.
That sounds like a beautiful
Fight
date.
crime.
I like that. I'm going to go with something that Christine mentioned at the top of the show here. Go dancing.
Oh.
Go dancing.
Dancing.
Da, 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 da. But I would go ahead and say take a dance class. And don't go. I mean, if clubbing is your thing, but if clubbing, if you two want to grind on each other all night, you can save it for later. We were talking like classy here. You go salsa dancing for a waltz,
Swing dancing.
swing dance.
Super fun.
I did.
For the record, I've never done any of these.
I did first level salsa and bachata class yesterday.
What's a bachata?
Bachata is like easier than salsa.
I think it's an Argentinian dance, something like that. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly thought it was ciabatta for the longest time. And I'm like, I love that bread.
Ciabatta is a top 5 breads for sure.
The thing about the classes, though, which could be a pro or con depending on how long you've been with the person for this date, because I'm going to back you up here because that was one of my suggestions as well. You switch partners every like minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I danced with like 20 dudes last night, which is
Nice.
dope. No, honestly, I was there like, oh my god, like single me would freak out right now.
Yeah.
And just like, this is the best. But if you're going there with like, if you're there and it's like a first date or first 1 or 2 dates or something, that's a nice idea. So it's not like you're like have to be partnered with this person. You know, in case things aren't so great, at
meet
the end of
other
it, you can be like,
people.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you're like, it's like a nice friendly activity. But then also, if you are very close to that person, you're comfortable and whatever. So
Yeah.
I feel like it works.
I'm going to go ahead and say that taking someone like dancing on the first date, bold choice. I mean, I'm into it.
Yeah.
That's a tongue-long maneuver right there.
Hopeless romantic.
That's me. Okay, so we're moving on. Alyssa, what do you have as your first nom?
Okay, so Valentine's Day is in February, winter activity. Skiing's a little scary for me, so I think skating would be a nice choice.
I had that on my
Skating.
list. Yeah.
You get like nice and cozy, look
Yeah.
cute. It's like pretty easy, even if you're not good at it. It's not that hard.
I hate skating. I'm going to go ahead and say I hate it.
Grinch.
I saw
Tell us more.
I just don't know how. I don't know how to stop, and I hate when people try to describe how to stop on skates because they're always like, whoosh, and then they
easy.
put
Yeah.
like, you know, when they like go perpendicular and then they just spray a bunch of ice on my face. They're like, this is how I stop. Whoosh. I think that's not a good description.
You gotta
on
do
how
the
to stop.
T-stop. That's the easiest.
Yes.
We just kind of. I'm demonstrating like.
Yeah,
you can,
I
like,
can't
it
see
makes
your
a difference.
feet.
Your feet look really great on this side of the table.
Really?
Oh yeah.
This is why I wanted to do a live show of this. That way we just feet though.
Just feet.
Just feet. So on the canal, you see this a lot, like people coupled up, like skating around, and there's always one person who's a better skater than the other, like always. And I think it's pretty adorable because they kind of help each other. I mean, unless they're like skating in circles and being a douche about it, but like
Yeah.
more often than not, it's like, I'll help you, sweetie. Like, aren't we all cute? Like, let's get a hot chocolate and put a little whiskey in it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
But I will say, like, skating on the canal, for example, the Ottawa Canal, there's beaver tails along the way. That's pretty sweet.
Chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Like, I do like the idea.
You can get
I'm
out
just
and
bad
go to
at
a little
skating.
bar right after and have a drink or something.
We put a bottle of vodka in the snowbank and then go back for it later.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Very nice.
That is nice. You know what? I would try it again. I haven't gone skating in years. Maybe I would like it now. It's just, it hurts my feeties.
Oh,
They're so tight.
That's fair. Maybe you need new skates.
That's probably what it was.
Or you
Yeah.
should wear thinner socks. Because usually you wear very thick socks when you go skating because your feet are going to get cold.
Yeah.
If your skates are too tight, wear them thin socks, baby.
Okay. Okay.
good
Hot
trick.
tip.
Hot tip.
Moving on. Catherine.
Yes, I'm biased with this one, but frick, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Do it.
Frick.
Go see a play. Go see a play or
Very
some
good.
sort of cultural event. Go to a friggin' art gallery. Experience culture together is what I'm gonna say.
So live theater.
Live theater.
Live theater. Not just a movie. You're not going.
No, something a
No.
bit more interactive, a bit more
Substance, yeah.
substance, a bit more that you can talk about, I would say. And it becomes, even if you don't, I mean, I work at a theater, so I experience it every day. But even if it's like a novelty, if you don't experience it all that often, then it becomes this kind of like special experience. You
Mm-hmm.
can go out for dinner and then go for a drink after, talk about it.
You even have that intermission, like the 10-15 minutes where you
Oh,
can
yeah.
like catch up, grab a drink,
And you're like,
then
oh, what do you think
go
of
back
the
into
play
it,
so
and then
far?
yeah, and you're having a great little quick chat. Go back into the show, be like, oh, what a great show! But I'm excited to continue my chat with this person after.
Exactly. And if it's like a comedy or something like a bit more interactive or something, then you can really get into it. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe at the Great Canadian Theatre Company, you should do it. What?
Save it for plugs there, Catherine.
Right.
Save it.
Right.
Alyssa, is there a lot of live theater in PEI?
Not in the winter, really. Lots in the summer, not a ton in the winter.
Really? I feel
But
like that's the
kind of
opposite
everything
here.
Nothing happens in the winter. Everything happens in the summer.
You have the Confederation Center or something, right? That's the big
Yes.
like art center there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great art gallery, though. So I didn't put it on my list, but if anyone's at PEI for Valentine's Day, the art gallery is lovely and free.
Ooh.
Hey, save it for your nomination there, Alyssa.
Sorry.
Now, I went to see a play called Freezing, which was a play on Frozen at the Gladstone.
Oh yes.
It was a kid's show.
musical, right?
It did not belong
I
there.
did not know it was a kid's show. There were lots of Manitic jokes, like Ottawa Central, just random jokes, like haha Manitic, Barhaven. There was a part where kids were just shooting pucks into the net, and the guy on stage was just trying to block it, but wasn't actually blocking it. It was very silly. Yeah,
I'm sure the
anyways.
kids loved it, though.
Kids loved it.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was okay.
So if you go to a show and you hate the show, do you think that ruins the date?
Oh,
No, not necessarily, because then you can talk about it.
yeah. I
You
think.
can bond over with the hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
Depends. Maybe if you disagree.
I
or-
went to a show once on a date, and it was one of the first dates. This was a long time ago, and the show was very long, and it was basically a couple breaking up for like 2.5 hours.
Oh, no.
And just yelling at each other, and it was very awkward and very uncomfortable, and I was very hungry and sad after, and I was just like, by the end of it, I was like, this was the worst.
Okay, you might need to choose wisely.
Yeah, maybe you
a
gotta
comedy,
choose.
Yeah.
maybe improv
That's
or
my
something.
fault.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
So with live play, does that include live shows in general, like improv and
Yeah.
whatever? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
say
we used to have a show called, or we still have it, but it was, I think, 2 Valentine's days ago. We had one of our shows fell on Valentine's Day, ours
nice.
being outtake improv. And I was like, what are we gonna do? Should we cancel it? Like, nobody's gonna come. People are gonna go on dates. I'm like, or we make it a Valentine's Day date, and everyone has to come to it, and we'll make everybody come. So it was like a blind date improv show where people just pulled names out of hats,
Yeah.
and then those 2
Nice.
improvisers had to go up. Some have never played together, some have never met.
I was in that show. It's not a big deal.
Oh,
Not a
cool.
big deal.
It's called Hard On.
Hard on. It's good.
Hard on.
Yeah, it's good.
Good pun, too.
Thank you.
Christine, what do you got?
Okay, as someone who spent, I'm gonna say like 23 years of Valentine's Days alone.
Oh no, I shouldn't have
Girl,
laughed.
I'm right there with you.
I want to go towards my number one, which was Palantine.
Yeah, I had that down too.
Is that like Galentine almost?
Yeah,
I
like
had
you could-
Galentine.
Yeah, so I've done a Galentine brunch before, which was super fun. And then I've had Palantine where I straight up just, like, one of my friends and I were like, let's be each other's Valentines. I got her a box of chocolates. We went on a nice little date together. It was really cute. And, like, you could just, I don't know, anytime you're with friends just on Valentine's Day, just have a little date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, make
I love that.
make it kind of romantic. Be sweet to them. Or just say fuck Valentine's Day.
And still hang
Go
out.
and
still
watch a
hang
horror.
out.
But
Go watch a horror movie.
Yeah.
The crux of it is you're still hanging out with a person with a similar goal for the day.
Who
and
you love, you know?
Who you love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I
That's
like
very
that.
sweet.
I've never done a Palantine Day.
No,
but
somebody's always dating somebody.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always in love.
But to just differentiate it, so Palantine, like you have to say this is a Palatine's date. Because like right now, is this a Palatine's date? Or are
Well,
we
it's
just
not,
hanging?
it's not Valentine's
That's
Day.
right. That's okay.
You'd be hanging out with your friends on Valentine's Day. I
Yeah.
would say, making
And
a
if you
point
went
of
to
it.
like a cute restaurant together or
celebrated your friendship.
yeah, or like if you went to some sort of activity together, just the group, you know? That's like a little, like just a date planned for the friends.
I like that. I like that. We're going into round 2. Here we go.
Top two.
My nomination is a cruise in the middle of the ocean where I'm the captain and I go, I don't know how to drive this boat.
Down with the ship.
Women and children
Say
first.
yes or I'm setting this thing on fire.
Can I just say, when I was a young girl and we watched Titanic and they were like, women and children first, I was like, wow, I'm a young woman. I'm like a child woman. I'm first.
No matter what.
I'm first freedom.
Okay, so for my next nomination, I'm going a little bit fancy. I say treat yourself for sure. Treat yourself to a day at the spa.
I knew you were going to say
At the spa.
yeah,
I've only been to
okay.
the spa once in my life, but damn it, was it ever good?
Which spa?
You went to
Nordique. How'd you know this?
Because I saw you that night and you were like, I went to Nordique, Kristine, today. And it was the most incredible day of my life.
Okay, I don't sound like that, but okay.
This is our Arnhem tongue.
Why do I sound like that? Hey. My name is Tung. Yes, the spa. The spa's great.
Yeah.
I like saunas. Saunas are good.
Oh,
I'm more of a steam room.
First mistake of your sauna, wearing jewelry.
Ooh. Yeah, it would like burn you.
Burns to your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
Don't do
That
that.
was a stupid thing I've done. Just
I-
never take off my necklace.
At Nordique, there's the, what is it called? The saltwater bath? Is that what it's called? Anyways.
Like a float. Like a mineral float.
Yeah, like you pay extra money for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool. Like basically, yeah, it's just going to make you float on this water. And then they turn the lights really low. And if your ears touch the water and you're floating on your back, they play music underwater for you. Yeah, it's very relaxing. But the weird thing, like the thing is like, so many people are in this like saltwater bath thing and you're just like drifting. But every now and then, like you just lose yourself into like, like, you know, just a bunch of like your thoughts and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you end up hitting somebody because you float into
like
someone. You're
that.
like, fuck, you ruined it, buddy.
So my first date with my boyfriend is we went something very similar, but we did sensory deprivation, like one of those float tanks. So it's
Cool.
similar, but it's like a pod, and you're enclosed in a pod. That was our first date.
That was-
very bold.
Wow.
It was great.
Wow.
Yeah. No, we weren't in there together. We were
Oh,
like,
okay.
we
That's
had
what I
two
was gonna
separate
ask.
ones. No, you're
Whose
like you're by
idea was
yourself.
it?
It was both of ours because we were out with friends and we were talking about sensory deprivation. We were both like, oh, we've always wanted to do it. And then my boyfriend was like, let's do it tomorrow. Why not? And we're like, okay.
Where do you even get that done in the city?
There's one on McLeod and Bank.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whenever I think of that, I just think about that episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets stuck in one, and then they just travel away, and he's like, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah,
Yeah.
bang, bang, walla, walla, bang,
Yeah,
bang.
yeah.
And
he's
his
getting-
pod is just getting thrown everywhere.
I love that. And he comes out, he's just like hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I had such a journey.
Yeah. Alyssa, what are your thoughts on spas?
They're not super for me.
Oh.
Like I don't even like love getting my nails done or anything. And I'm very like, I don't like people touching me. I like to do like
that
my
why you
face mask
Skyped
at
in?
home.
yeah, that's right.
So yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's not be for me.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Interesting.
Well then, well, what is your great Valentine's idea?
Salty.
Yeah, it's salty. Like a saltwater bath salty. Yes, what is your nomination?
Okay, so do you guys know about the 36 questions to ask anyone to fall in love?
Yes, I wrote
No.
a show about it. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I just
what?
did it.
Oh.
I wrote so much more about this.
I wrote a show where it's like a one-on-one performance where you ask audience members those questions. Like actors like bond with an audience member and ask them those questions. It's like a speed
Okay, that's
dating thing.
incredible.
I did
Yeah.
something like that for a whole train ride back just like 2 weeks ago.
To kill time.
Yeah, it took a whole 4 hours.
To a random person or?
No, I was sitting in one of those 4 pods with my boyfriend and his roommate, and we all just kind of shared secrets and like told stories of our lives, which was kind of nice.
It's intense bonding. Yeah.
Yeah.
We interrupted you though. Is that your?
Okay, so I think it'd be like a nice to like start a tradition that every day on Valentine's Day you do the 36 questions, and then every year it's like a little tradition and you see what answers have changed. It's like a nice way to like reconnect. So like a nice dinner, 36 questions.
I like that.
36 questions.
Yeah.
And they get increasingly more intimate. So the first one is like, "What's your favorite food?" or like, "What's your ideal date?" But then
Yeah.
it gets like pretty intense.
Like, give
All of
me.
a sudden it's like, what's your relationship with your mother like?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
I
intense.
did do this one.
Yeah.
that's intense. I don't think I'd like that. I don't want people
Oh,
to
it's
know
so
that.
fun. I'm like dying for someone. I tweeted Joe Biden asking if he would do them with me, but he never
That
answered,
would
which
be
I think
incredible.
it's better than a straight up no.
I love that. Catherine, what do you have?
Okay. This one I do all the time. And it's probably when I'm going to do this. Actually, no. I have different plans for Valentine's Day, but I'm going to say stay in and make a nice dinner, probably get a little booty and go to bed early.
Very nice.
So wait.
Very nice.
Is that all one nomination here?
Yeah, like stay in.
Stay in.
It's all in the banner of staying in.
Okay. Getting a little booties.
Getting a little booty is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a note that says food, sex, sleep. Staying in.
Hey, those are great things.
Right,
that's
Those are
always
good
a good
things.
one.
Yeah.
Usually in that order, but like,
In my like I was thinking of that too, but then I was also thinking, do you want to make dinner? Do you just want to like order something, have something easy so you don't have to like worry about just getting
Yeah.
something ready? You just spend the time together kind of thing. Sometimes it's nice.
for Valentine's Day, it's kind of nice to like make something. I suppose.
Together, I would say.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, make something fancy, maybe something you've never made before, but like easy.
I feel like if it's a weekend, that's a better idea because if it's a weekday, and for me anyway, it's like rushed. Like I go, okay, I gotta go home, I gotta shower, I gotta
Gotta
get
get
dressed, and I gotta go
groceries.
there, and then I gotta
Yeah.
make this, and now it's like we're eating at 9:00. I'm too tired for
Versus
for
like,
butt.
let's just call it a faux place around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say? You're
too tired for butt.
too tired for butt. Yeah. That sounds really good. I like
Right?
I like
Yeah.
food. I like sex and sleep at the same time.
All at the same time.
At the same time.
I like to eat,
I'm efficient as fuck.
Get butt as I'm in my
Falling
REM,
asleep.
in my REM cycle.
I'm also dreaming about it.
Yeah. Christine.
Okay, this is a great idea for Valentine's Day in my opinion, but I also like this just as an any day thing, and it's just to surprise them with something at work.
Oh.
Oh, that stresses me out.
It stresses you out. It stresses me out too, but like the next day I'm like, that was really lovely.
What kind of surprise are you talking about?
If I get flowers at work,
Okay.
that's very sweet. If they show up and they're like, oh, I have lunch. Like meet me here. Well, like made lunch or something. It's really, really sweet. It's just like very small. Like on my birthday, my boyfriend showed up with, like a flower and a plant and whatever, like little gifts for me, and just came to my desk and gave it to me. It was very nice of him.
That's so romantic.
Yeah.
It's just
God,
kind and like
so
and
gross.
like one of my one of my best friends for our like friend anniversary, like
Yeah.
I got a bouquet of flowers to work from her. Like it's just cute when I get the call from the like security being like, hey, we have something for you.
Yeah.
And I go and I'm like, holy crap, like flowers, this is so freaking sweet. Thank you to whoever. But I'm also like very embarrassed when I'm taking it back to my desk because everybody's staring at me. But it's
like, oh,
Yeah.
Security has to call you to do that?
Yeah, because
we
the
inspected
delivery-
the flowers for you?
no,
There is no
it's
bomb?
like, it's like whenever somebody delivers, they deliver it to the security desk.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Oh.
but yeah, I think that's nice. Just having a little something like.
But
to
like,
come
so
to
you're
you.
talking
It's
like a
surprise.
small surprise. 'Cause-
You can do your big cheesy whatever tongue.
Oh,
I know.
Sounds
you.
like your boyfriend is doing that already. Because that would stress Alyssa, it sounds like.
Yeah.
A little surprise at
Yes.
work. Yeah.
like a proposal at work or something.
Oh my
That'd
God.
be a
Oh,
bit much.
God,
Yeah.
That would
That'd be
no.
mortifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm working right now.
Yeah, I'm
Come
busy.
on. Okay, we're going to round 3, the very final lovey-dovey round. So many nominations to pull, but I'm gonna go. Oh, that one's good too. Oh God, I wrote sex like 3 times. No. I'm gonna go ahead and say surprise road trip. So still surprise, but just an evening away.
You know what? I like that. Just planning something that your partner doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Really, that's basically it.
Yeah. So Laura, I think it was Christmas last year, she surprised me with, she's like, we're going somewhere. I'm not letting you know where it is. And we went to a place called Frankenmuth, which is in the States. And it's a really small place in the States. And their whole deal is Christmas. Like there's just like a Christmas town, like the entire streets are lit up and stuff. I don't know what they do when it's not Christmas, honestly, because all they have there is Christmas tourist stuff. And then like they have the world's largest like Christmas store there too, and they had like the best food over there too. Very wasteful though, I have to say. You're like, I want like the small, and they'll give you like a huge plate of stuff.
That's kind of America in general.
Yeah. But it was really nice. I was like, wow, this was a really cool like surprise to somewhere I've never been before. So yeah.
I had mini vacation on my list. Like that, I would say that kind of fits in that category.
Yeah, I agree.
Like let's pop over to Montreal.
Yeah,
or
exactly,
something like that.
exactly.
Yeah,
Just
awesome.
Yeah.
you get out of the city you're in most of the year and just do something fun. That's my nomination.
I like
That sounds
it.
lovely. Yeah.
Alyssa, what do you got?
Okay, so I think like doing like a crawl, like pick any item and then you have to go to a bunch of different places that have that item and then vote for the best one at the end. So like here on the island, we have a lot of craft breweries. So like maybe you do all the craft breweries on the island, or like maybe like you do every place that has like cool gourmet donuts, like that kind of thing. I think you should pick an item that you both love and then go to a bunch of different places that have them.
I like that. Is it bad that I thought when you said crawl, just like literally crawl on the floor to each other?
It's a little kinky.
Well, I thought that was going to happen. I was nervous, so I tried to like, quickly
Hurry,
explain.
yeah.
Yes.
What's gonna happen.
So immediately I'm like, okay, we crawl into each other. It's gonna get sexy. Put some music on. I like that. But it doesn't have to be beer. Obviously, it can be anything, like you said, right?
Yes.
It could be like a culture crawl, like a art
Yeah.
crawl. Or,
Yes.
Yeah, because you don't like beer. Is that correct, Alyssa?
Well, I don't drink.
You don't drink,
No.
but you do advertisement for a bunch of restaurants and beer places. Is that right?
Yes, I sell I literally make a living selling beer, and I've never had any of it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Catherine.
You know what's funny? Like all of mine have been said, except for one. Now this is two.
You saw just one more, and you're like, wait, never mind.
Wait. I take that back. I guess this is really specific to me and like my boyfriend, my current relationship, because our second date was this, and then it ended up being an activity that we do like all the time.
Sensory deprivation.
Not sensory.
That's the
that was
first
the
date.
first
I know,
date.
sorry, just
How do you top that? What
Right?
was it?
We went used book shopping.
Oh.
Because we bonded over books. And he actually gave me a book and I lost it. So I had to replace it. So we went shopping, and then we ended up like getting a bunch of books and talking about books and like really bonding over that. And it's something that we still kind of bond about now. And used book shopping is kind of nice because then you go into these really like eclectic places like that Book Bazaar on Bank Street. Like it is like a maze
It's
of
a
books.
really cool place.
Yeah.
I don't never been.
Oh, really? Oh, it's
Books.
fun. Well, it's fun. And then you get like
I
some
think
really
I've been
kooky
there.
things.
Is it like pretty small?
Oh, well, there are ones that are smaller, and the Book Bazaar now has like 3 levels to it, so it's possible it's like grown. It's pretty big
Okay.
now. There's a whole basement that I hadn't discovered until I started dating him, and I was like, whoa, my mind is
Oh
blown.
yeah, there is one.
Yeah.
There's like tubs too.
Book tubs?
Yeah.
You can just like dig through. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you never know what you're gonna find.
Interesting.
That's neat because in my relationship we also do like I think something that we did on our second or third date we revisit that a lot, which is just going to Zach's Diner, milkshakes, curly fries. That's it.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Which is because we had one of our first dates was we went out to a show, we had dinner and then a show, and then afterwards we were kind of hungry after again.
Yeah.
and he was like, do you want to grab something? I'm like, do you want a milkshake? Like, there's Zach's Diner. When I was in high school, I used to go there, get curly fries and milkshakes. And just like with my friends, it was nothing. And then we went, and it was just, we sat there for like 5 hours.
Did you share the milkshake?
No, I wanted my own. Tom.
Okay.
but last Valentine's Day, that's what we did. Was we like walked around Winterlude stuff, looked at the statues, and we went and got
Some
milkshakes and curly fries.
Oh,
That's
very cute.
sweet. Yeah.
Is your
Very
boyfriend tongue law? Jeez.
I wish.
Christine, what do you have your final nomination? Or is that your final nomination?
No, that was hers.
Well, I just mean like just revisiting.
The
part.
revisit. It's specific to each couple or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was trying to think of what fills my heart so much. Now you could do this with friends, you could do this with your partner, you can do this by yourself if you want. Sex.
And cheese.
Hell yeah.
And grating cheese on yourself.
Me, I think the thing that makes me so like over the moon happy in love, other than just, regular love stuff, is to play with puppies.
Oh.
So if I could go to like
Catherine,
like
you
a
won
little
Catherine
like
over.
if I went to like, I don't know, if you go to like a farm or something, you could play with puppies, or if you like cats and that's your thing, go to a cat cafe, sit there, enjoy that stuff.
Animals.
Just
Yeah,
animals.
like
Straight
rats.
up, like I think no.
Unless that's what you're into.
Or like little goats. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just if you're with your partner or you're with your friend or whoever and you're just playing with these adorable animals. That's I feel like that fills my heart so much.
Yeah.
So I want to throw just like playing with animals, playing with puppies.
Yeah, like at a dog park or like
Yeah. Like I've gone to maybe 4 corgi meetups.
Oh my
Now.
god.
Hey,
And every time I go, like I cry happy tears and it's the best day of my life.
So you're like a lurker who doesn't come with a corgi and just like
That's right.
yeah.
They're always like, which one's yours?
and you're like
You didn't know?
Once I was like that one, and they're like, that's mine, and I was like, oops.
found me
So now
out.
my new story is, which one's yours? I'm like, I don't have one yet, but I'm planning to get one.
planning
You're
to
shopping
get one.
around.
And
for
so
it,
I
yeah.
kind of want to familiarize myself with the breed and see them more in action, which isn't a lie. I feel like within 5 years I will have one.
People would
A corgi?
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You'll get a corgi in 5 years? That's like
Within,
the
yeah.
dog. Okay.
That's my dog. That or
Because then you
or
won't
I'll
have to
adopt
be known
something,
as
yeah.
Christine the Lurker Shadid anymore.
Yeah, I'll be the Kristine, the queen dog owner.
Very clever.
So my boyfriend and I, we both have dogs, and it was a big part of our relationship to like have our dogs interact and like take them to other dog places and like be in dog environments. It still is, obviously.
Yeah.
So I would totally agree with that. We spend nights in just like romping around with our dogs. It's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Now, last question is if you had a dog spirit animal. I took the BuzzFeed quiz one time, and I was
It
a
is-
corgi.
Were you?
Yeah, you were.
Really?
That's
I'm a
amazing.
corgi.
Send me that quiz.
It's
Yeah, I will.
everyone. So we all work in the box office, and everyone we make it like mandatory, quote unquote, to take this quiz, so we know who like where they stand. So yeah, you were corgi. I was a Great Dane.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very
Christine,
playful.
what would
though.
you be?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God, I was gonna say corgi, but
can't
I
be a
can't
corgi.
now. Well, can I just tell you a cute story about my Christmas?
Yeah.
Very okay.
I got this card I gave to my boyfriend, commissioned by my wonderful artist friend Amanda Elbeck. And it was basically his favorite dog is a Bernese Mountain Dog,
Oh yeah.
and mine is a corgi. And we always we have this Instagram, or we don't have an Instagram, but there's an Instagram page of like a corgi and a Berner that live together, and they're so cute, and we're always like, it's us. So like I got this adorable like picture done of like a corgi and a Berner like next to a tree.
Oh, Alyssa, I wish you
cuddling
could
by
see
the
this.
fire.
We'll send it to
it's
you. We'll
so
send it to you.
cute.
That's
We'll send it to
sweet.
you. That's sweet.
But I'm a corgi
you're
because
a
my legs
corgi.
are so short.
And Alyssa, do you have a spirit dog animal, or just in general?
I know. Can I be the person that's like, I like cats better? I'm going to be cat.
That's
Go
okay.
for it. That's
Did that
why
get me
I threw
hate-
Cat
did that get
Cafe
me
in there too
hated?
for those of you.
I'm gonna close the laptop now.
Get out of here.
And
Yeah.
you're done.
You're done, kid. Yes, you can be a cat person. You can be a cat person.
As long as you're an animal person.
That's right. Yeah. If you're pro animal, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Not pro bugs though. Fuck
I
bugs.
don't
also
have
like-
any Instagram pictures of me with like farm animals, but I do like them.
I love goats.
Goats are pretty cool.
Tiny,
Yeah.
small goats, the pygmy goats. Oh
I
my
like-
God, in pajamas. God, I love the internet.
All right, so that's our list. We will be back in a couple minutes, and then we're gonna make the top 5 list of the best things to do on Valentine's Day.
Top 5.
Top five.
Some of them went to the bathroom. I
yeah.
sat here. And
I gave
did
Kristine AA batteries. It was very romantic. Oh, I should write that on my list.
AA batteries.
Yeah. What'd you do on your break?
I ate some raisin glacettes.
nothing. Ooh, I love those.
That's the best glossettes. I don't care
Like
about
just a
the.
nice little treat.
What about peanut? Isn't there a peanut one?
There's a peanut one, but it's not the same.
All right, fine.
It used to be my every Tuesday night treat.
Why Tuesday night?
I had improv on Tuesday nights, and I got it from the vending machine outside where we had our jams.
Oh.
Tuesday night treat.
Back in like Halloween, like days when I was younger, I hated glossettes and I would throw them in the garbage.
Yep.
That's how much I hated them. But now I love that. I feed on that. I would take them from children.
I'd always give
My
them
girl.
to my parents because I figured, and maybe that's why you like them now. I wonder if it's one of those like more adult candies. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the taste kind of change over the years.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Like licorice, like real licorice is gross as a kid, but then you kind of get used to the taste.
You know, Rockets got worse. You know, the little.
Because they're so
I
sweet.
hate
The,
Yeah,
the Chalky Boys.
Yeah, I was like, I used to love those.
Chalky boys.
Chalkies.
They're like little pucks, little like chalk pucks of sugar.
Chalk packs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like them being called Chalkies.
Chalkies.
All right, here we go.
The list.
The list. Hello everyone, we're back.
Are we recording?
We're recording.
Oh, great.
We're doing it. We are going to rank our list now, and we have our list right here for our top 5 Valentine's date ideas, or you know what, any other date ideas. You know, you can use it surprisingly outside Valentine's Day. So here we go. We have dancing. We have skating. Boo. No, just kidding. Live theater. Palantines, the spa, 36 questions, and dinner, of course, stay in, food, sex, sleep, surprise at work, surprise road trip, crawl, used book shopping, and puppies. Or any other animal. Puppies. I have I think a friend at work, he has like this small business side business where it's like yoga, but with puppies.
I've heard of this.
And
The
apparently
Ottawa Dog Rescue
it
did
just,
a big fundraiser.
It just makes so much money.
well,
crazy.
You're pretty much just playing with puppies. Like I think yoga becomes like side
Because you do like a pose, and then the dog's like, "What?"
What are you doing?
Jumps on you, and you're like, "All right,
lick your
fuck
feet,
yoga."
yeah.
They have goat yoga too. You have to go to carp for it, I
Yeah,
think.
the
But
little pygmy goat.
yeah, they'll
Go-
jump on you and stuff.
Really? That seems unsafe though. Like, how big are these goats?
No, they're little. They're
the
little-
little ones.
yeah.
the little BBs.
The
Yeah,
ones that wear pajamas.
because they get cold. You know.
What? I want teacup pig yoga.
Oh,
Teacup pigs.
Delicious.
No, no. Teacup pig bacon.
Tiny bacon.
Oh God. Let's
All
talk
right.
about what belongs on this list here. Any ideas?
well, we just kind of went off on puppies for a while. I think we're all feeling strongly about that one.
I think it's a really cute, interesting, not everyday thing.
Yeah, I like it too.
Agreed.
I like it. Let's give it a little star. Let's give it a little love. Any other nominations that we're like, yes, this has to make the list?
I would like to nominate dancing,
yeah,
just
I
because
agree.
it's another one of those like new, different. You probably don't do it every day, and if you do, then like go do something else. But but it's just a fun thing to do with your partner, and it's like, I don't know. I had a lot of fun when I did it last night. I'll do it again.
Dancing's
You know,
a very intimate thing to do with
Yeah.
a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's social. Get some exercise.
Again, we're not talking about clubbing.
no,
I'm
no,
not
we're talking
talking
Like
about
ballroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wear a fancy gown.
Plus, a guy who can dance is very sexy.
Is that
Yes.
true?
Yes.
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 Shh, I'm writing this
Tongue
down.
stick.
You want to come to
Notes.
class with me next week?
Sure.
Can
I wear a deep V?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a gold
what,
chain.
That's what we all wear.
and ruffles on my clothing.
Tight.
Tight. Alyssa, you cool with dancing, or what are your thoughts on dancing here?
Dancing, I'm okay with dancing. It would be a bit out of my comfort zone, but I kind of like that for a date too, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like dance class, I think is what it boils down to,
You can
right?
learn together.
Learn together,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
A dance that you've never done before. What else do we have? Alyssa, do you have any nominations that you're like, yes, this has to make the list?
I think my favorite ones are Road Trip and Used Book Shopping. Very rom-com.
And you know a thing or two
true.
about rom-coms, that's for sure.
Yes. Those are my two favorites, I think.
Nice.
I like Road Trip.
I like road trip, especially like a surprise road trip.
You know what? It's really hard. I
Or
feel like with this
spontaneous one.
Valentine's list, it's really hard to cut any because they're all so loving. You know?
We're gonna have to do. There are gonna have to be some.
We have to be cutthroat
decisions. Yeah.
decisions. Like, it's like, fuck your skating. No, I'm
Fuck
kidding.
crawling.
Hate crawling on the ground.
I like road trip for sure. That's
Yeah, road trip's cool.
You get out of the city. It's kind of like a little mini break, little holiday.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't bring anyone else.
If I were to favor
No.
one of those two, like surprise road trip or used book shopping, I would say road trip
Mm-hmm.
above. No shit on used book shopping. I
No,
think it's
fair,
great. I did
fair.
it before. But I don't know. I feel like for a date night, for me anyways, it's not getting a book and sitting quietly and not spending the time with that person as much. I know a
Yeah.
lot of couples do that,
Well,
where
if
they
you're
just
like
sit quietly
cuddle
and,
in the couch
read.
and just read stuff.
It's
Yeah.
it's almost more of a way to get to know someone because you also like talk about the books and you like show them your favorite books and you see like what you have in common. It's
Right.
more that. So if it was like a specific date night,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd necessarily be like, let's go to the bookstore.
Yeah.
I might be like, oh, there's a bookstore we could pop in.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it would be a
Something
cool
else, yeah.
activity. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Even though I don't read too many books.
That's the thing
unless
is
it's
I
comic books.
don't think it's like I don't think I read enough to like value that one as much as I'd like
so
to.
for me, it would be this. Like like Laura and I would go to the bookshop. She'd grab a book. We go back to the couch. She's reading the book. I'll be playing my Nintendo Switch.
100% me too.
Yeah.
Fair.
What else? What else is good here?
I want to throw Palantine out there just because you need
Oh,
to
yeah.
have that,
That
night
variety.
I
with,
like
your,
that.
with your girls and boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of like, celebrating your friendship and like different kinds of love,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, no, that's really good too, for sure. I also like live theater a lot too.
Hell yeah. I'm biased because I wouldn't have a job if people didn't like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anything else that just pops up?
My issue with the spa
uh-oh.
is I feel like it's too many people would do it and it would be crowded.
That's
Yeah,
the downside of
it is-
Nordique.
it is
sometimes.
That's what I thought. So I was actually thinking, I've never been to Nordique. And I was thinking maybe I'll go this year on my birthday. My birthday's on a Wednesday. I take the day off work. During
Yeah.
the day, it might
Yeah.
be...
That's the best way to do it.
pretty great to
And-
do in the
and it's
winter as
discounted.
well.
If you go midweek, it's like $10 cheaper.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
thought that I find is a better time. Whereas Valentine's Day to them, they're like gonna jack up the prices. They're gonna
It's gonna be
be
packed.
crowded. I feel like sometimes
Oh, I
that
see what you're saying.
might
I
not
see what
be
you're
an
saying.
intimate evening.
It might be too many people.
Yeah.
Too many people. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about stay in? Because don't you feel like the line you hear the most is everyone's like, you know what? It was quiet and it was the best one ever.
Yeah. I like it.
I feel like you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
I can be a bit of a recluse sometimes, but I love staying in.
Yeah, I stay in a lot. That's
yeah,
the only thing.
that's my thing too. And like as far as like making nice dinners, I'm just blessed, but
Because you're an amazing cook.
my boyfriend is.
Oh, sweet.
I'll just sit on the couch and I'll watch a movie and he's making some huge fancy meal and he'll just put it in front of me and then he just like brings me a glass of wine and he
That
sits and he
guy's
cuddles
such
me.
a tongue law.
He's
Your best
I'm
life.
dating you.
Yes, you
But it's like if it's a Valentine's Day date and he's cooking something to me, it's like, oh, this is every other day for me.
But what if you were to cook
Yeah,
for
that's the
him?
The house would be on fire.
All right.
That's what I think about the cooking thing, though. I think I really should be a group activity for Valentine's Day, right?
You can
Like
cook
at least,
together.
Christine, you can make the salad. I would hope.
Wow.
What is that?
That's such a fucking woman thing for me to do, isn't it, Tom?
Salad? I really? Okay. You
I
can.
just know that one episode of like that 70s show when they're like, the men are gonna barbecue and the women are gonna make a salad.
Okay.
And then they're like, no, Bob, I'm gonna make the barbecue. Anyways, it was a big deal.
They're like 70s feminism that comes up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like get
I'll
a
just-
divorce.
Yeah, I'm just gonna light my bra on fire in the
In
kitchen.
the barbecue?
Yeah.
All right, Christine, you can be in charge of the
Cups.
the cups. Yes, the
The
cups.
wine.
Cups
The
and
wine.
The
Yeah.
cups. Yes, the cups. Anything else that pops out to people? I'm okay with the spa not making it because that's a really good point, especially
Yeah.
on Valentine's
'Cause I
Day.
thought
It
about
would be
it too.
pretty crowded.
Yeah.
But the spa is pretty nice. It is nice.
I know, Tuong, you're gonna speak out against this because you booed it, but skating, it's so sweet.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I only boot it because I'm bad at it.
You could
And-
learn.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, like when we got to go do skating trips, which in order for me to stop, I have to crash into the boards.
Okay, I did
Yeah,
that too.
all the
works
time.
too.
I did that too.
And
And,
I
then
never-
and then you know what I did?
What?
I learned.
I never did.
That's your
I
fault.
never learned, and I really didn't learn because instead of like slowing down to crash into the boards, I just did. Like I kind of went like full
Just full on?
speed into the boards. I'm like, I don't know how to stop. Boom.
That's what I do when I rollerblade, which I don't do very often. I just look for grass, and you kind of just like land in the soft grass and hope for the
Yeah.
best.
I feel like for skating, like the canal is beautiful
Yeah.
if it's open in good condition.
Yes.
The Rink of Dreams is beautiful.
What is that?
There's
the
like
City
one.
Hall one?
Yeah,
Or
there's one on City Hall. It's all lit up really pretty, and then there's also one on Parliament that's also lit up real pretty, and it's going to close soon, I think. But the weather in Ottawa is fucking cold.
It is nippy.
So when I'm
Yeah, more
outside
than
for
nippy.
like for me, I think once I went skating on the canal and I skated really hard because I'm like, look how great I am. And then I worked up a little bit of a sweat, and then I sat down to have hot chocolate. My sweat turned really cold, and I like was
Froze?
frozen to the bone for like the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And it was awful. So I would want to say like if we could go to like an indoor rink and do it, but it's never as cute.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I love skating. I think it's a very cute activity, but I also think it will make me cold. Give me the cold sweats.
Ooh, I just
So
thought of
that's my
something.
like. That's not a romantic thing for me.
Yeah,
It's cold sweats.
Fair.
Okay, let's just say what we have so far, and if anything else pops up to people, let me know. So we have dancing, live theater, we have Valentines, we have a surprise road trip, and we have puppies. So that's 5.
What about the crawl?
Oh, and stay in. Sorry, stay in. Oh, crawl's
in.
cool too. Crawl is
like
an interesting
crawl.
idea.
Although crawling often to me is more of like a big group activity because I think like pub crawl or
Yeah.
like craft beer crawl.
Also, I think logistics for a lot of things, like logistically speaking, for the crawl, especially if you're going on Valentine's Day, restaurants are busy. Bars are busy. You know, like anywhere you're gonna go. It's not like you can walk in and be like, "Can I have one of these?" and sit down and it's fine, and then leave and then go to the next place and it's fine. It's always gonna be a wait. There's always gonna be like 20 minutes wait. We have like a ton of people here. You should have made a reservation.
That's the advantage of
So-
staying in.
Yeah.
Staying in is pretty cool.
Don't need to make a reservation for your like couch, you know.
I do.
5 o'clock is my time. Yeah, the crawl for me, I've done a couple crawls in my time. I've done a lot of crawls, okay? But I always like found like, especially, well, they're all like beer crawls, obviously. And I thought the annoying thing, at least for that, was that to pay cover. And then I had to like buy an expensive beer, drink one beer, like, all right, where are we going next? Travel to the spot, very inconvenient, line up,
The logistics.
pay cover again.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Rather than just sitting and enjoying each other's company for that concrete amount of time.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I'm with
I know.
you. But I think it's a great idea, and I would totally do it. Just maybe not now.
This 36 questions thing is interesting.
I was gonna flag that one.
Alyssa, sell it to us.
Yes. Well, I'm just obsessed with these 36 questions. Like, I just think that you get to learn so much about somebody. They're just so cool. I'm obsessed with them.
That is an interesting thing, especially for Valentines, where you get to learn a lot about someone.
Because the idea.
And I like the idea of making it a tradition. Like, I think it's like once a year you sit down, you go through these. I think that's kind of like a nice thing to like build your relationship around too.
There are some questions that are kind of dark.
True.
I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah, like this is not like I don't think it's like a new couple thing.
Wait, is it?
Actually, it is for strangers. It was written for strangers, and but one of them is like, what's your worst memory?
Yeah.
Wait
and
a
it
second.
took me a while to come up with it. But then when I did, I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot about this because I
Because it's traumatizing.
yeah,
and you want
I
to forget
blanked
it.
it out,
Yeah.
and then I was like trying to recite the story, and then I just like started tearing up, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like, this is a lot. Like,
Yeah.
would I do that on a romantic night? No, but if like I don't mind the question aspect, like a 20 questions kind of thing, but of your relationship, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other lists out there that you can find. But I do think that just like having this activity of questions.
I didn't realize the 36 questions were pre-written.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a list.
It's a list. It's an
yeah.
actual.
They're
Okay.
kind of designed in 3 rounds.
Ah.
Yeah.
3 rounds of 12.
They get more
is that
intense.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And the idea is that if you're both like open to it, you're like in love by the end. Like not really, but like you feel like you know this person on like an intimate level.
You have a deep connection.
Or you
by the
hate them
end.
by the end, but you learn about them, and that's the point.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the point. Okay. So we have dancing, live theater, Valentines, 36 questions, stay in, surprise road trip, and puppies. That's 7. Let's start cutting some. We need to cut 2 from the list. I would say there's 36 questions and stay in are pretty similar.
Yeah, you could do those
Yeah,
together.
agreed.
Yeah, so one of those have to go.
Because you could stay in and do the 36 questions, you mean? Like you...
Or like
they're
you know,
kinda
like they're just very samey.
It's more of a just as long as you two are together. It's not as much of an activity.
Yes.
okay.
Thoughts?
I'd go for stay in.
Yeah,
I
like
think.
stay in.
Interesting.
I think so.
Because if you did those questions too, it'd be better to do it in a private place than like, I don't know, on a train. like
Everyone's
fucking did.
listening. Yeah.
I would hate to do it on a train.
I did it.
I don't like when people talk to me on trains or
On
planes.
public transit or something.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
public transit in general.
That's
'Cause
what
I get like
headphones are good for.
yeah.
I'm bad for plane talking.
Really? Ugh.
Oh yeah, I will talk to whoever is next to me to just get me through the flight.
Yeah,
I will not sit with you.
I held an old man's hand on a flight once because I was nervous to take off, and he was very sweet.
Aw.
He was like, "Imagine it's like a roller coaster. Here we go," and he held my hand, and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, that's really. Was he
That's
like,
so
here
sweet.
we're going up?
yeah." And then it was like, and I like moved back, and he was like, "Oh, how fun is this?" And I'm like, "You're very nice."
Now put your hands in the air. Okay.
They're like, "Everybody, please put your hands down. Put your seatbelt on, please."
Yeah. Seatbelt lights on. Okay, let's cut 36 questions then. I do like it a lot though, but it can be put into the stay in. Although let's talk about that. Between all these things, I think stay in is also a weaker link, in my opinion.
Food, sex. What is it? Food, sex, sleep.
Food, sex, sleep at the same time.
Can I mean, I get it because we were coming up with, I know it's like ideas, and that is such a good idea, and it is something that most people do, but
But maybe that's why it should be cut, because it's what most people do.
yeah.
That's true too.
But that's why, and I hate that I'm going to say this because I also had this on my list, but to me, live theater is something I do often.
Oh.
Not everyone. Not
yeah,
everyone,
that's
though.
true. But that's why to me, I'm like, yeah, live theater is great. Would I go see a show on Valentine's Day? Depends on the show.
Yeah, it
but any of
depends
the
on the
normal
show.
ones that I see, like, no.
No.
I would want to do something special that night.
But you would see like maybe a show at the NAC or something
Yes.
like that,
But
right? Or
yes.
like an orchestra.
For
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who are outside of the performing arts world, that is something special. You
Yeah,
know, like
absolutely.
I see it at my work all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I were to peg like one of those two against each other, because those are the ones that I feel like I do the most already.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't know, but those are the two that I'm
Although,
like,
Now going back on it with the stay in, you got the romantic dinner, making dinner together, and that is
And
very.
sex.
Yeah,
I wasn't
right.
gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
Sex.
But you saw it in my eyes.
yes, yeah, the eye fuck.
Stop eye fucking me, Christine.
Hope you're using eye protection.
Oh.
No,
I have an
sorry.
eye patch in my bag.
Oh, you have an eye condom.
for my costume tonight.
Oh god. It's one of
Great.
those parties.
It's gonna be all
Any suggestion over there, Alyssa? What do you think is just looking at what we have?
I really like theater. I think I like theater more than staying in.
Yeah. And is everyone like pretty on board with everything else on the list? Like, is this
Yeah.
is this a battle that we're
Yeah.
having? Is live theater versus staying in?
Yeah.
Or is there like, I mean, obviously puppies are staying. I don't.
Oh, no,
I
no, don't cut the puppies. No, no.
You
I will
don't touch
not,
those
I
puppies.
will not cut a puppy.
Unless you're gonna pet him, he's a good boy.
Road trip seems like everyone's on board with that.
It's nice, yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
A little getaway. Dancing seems to be pretty popular as well.
You know, I'm going to throw a wrench in there. I would cut road trip over theater.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
But I think, there's a bias in this room because most people, you work at a
true.
theater.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's a similar argument for road trip as theater. As in, if it's something that you do more often? No.
Like, is the road trip for the drive or is it for the destination? And if it's for the destination, is it not just one partner plans the date, doesn't tell them about it, takes them there? Because I've had a date once where they just showed up and was like, I've planned the evening, and I was like, tight.
And that's fun.
And that's
That was
fun
good.
for
that
you.
was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that it requires some planning. Like they put some work
Yeah.
into it. That's nice.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about. Is like at least one person surprises the person. Like, hey, this Valentine's Day,
We're going to live theater.
Surprise!
we're gonna go pet a puppy.
My dream.
But I wonder, is that the road trip? I wonder if road trip, like if the kind of surprise kind of factors into all the others. You know what I mean? That you could like
Yeah.
surprise people with puppies.
Yeah.
And have to drive out to like Cart.
I
or
don't
something
think
to pet
so. I feel
puppies,
like the
no?
road trip is like it has to be somewhere that you don't go to often or wouldn't go like you.
Which
you
is,
know,
I feel like most of these dates, though.
But like road trip was a different like city altogether, where you can do all these other things in Ottawa or
So say,
PEI
so
or
say
Charlottetown,
Valentine's
you know?
Day is on a Thursday night.
Sure.
Where
Can
would
you
go?
do a road trip? You know, say I'm off work at 4:30.
Yeah.
You gonna pick me up from work? We're gonna drive 2 hours to go to Montreal,
Sure.
and then we're gonna do what? Have a dinner for 2 hours, and then drive back at 8 o'clock.
Hey, I'm not gonna spoil what I'm gonna do for you.
Oh.
Baby.
Maybe
My
we
ring
can
size
on
is
Saturday.
6.
Sparks are flying.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if road trip is more of like a weekend kind of romantic
Yeah, that's
thing.
like for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna do this for you. Like this is what I'm treating you to.
Yeah.
But for the actual night,
Yeah.
Well,
because more often than not, 5 out of 7, it's gonna land on a weekday.
And I
yeah.
wonder if the road trip is something you do more for like an anniversary or like a birthday.
interesting.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, that's
do you know what
an interesting point.
do you see what I'm getting at? Do you
Yeah, I feel. Oh, okay. Hey, I didn't. Hey, if you guys want road trip gone, then fuck.
We'd love to go on one.
Yeah. Alyssa, thoughts?
I mean, I still love road trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
kind of
hard,
like it
yeah.
too.
I mean, I see the arguments, but I'm like, well, take the day off work.
Yeah, that's what I'm
or-
thinking. It's like, hey, if you have something planned, like Catherine, take the day off work. We're going
Yeah.
somewhere.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, that's super sexy too to be like take the day off work, like I have a surprise for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
I can see
sure.
that.
Or like take the day off work. I already called your boss and told him you wouldn't be there.
He wasn't happy. You're not going to work
He
on
was
Monday.
pissed. You're fired.
By the way, you're fired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of like it still, honestly. I see your argument here, but the take the day off work kind of negates all of that. So,
So then it's, what was it, between that or stay in?
yeah,
I think it's
so.
between that and theater.
Oh,
Are we
okay.
also, or what?
No, I think it was that, or it was
stay in?
stay
I guess-
in and theater, and then road trip was the rent. It was your wrench.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, your wrench almost got it though. You almost got us with that. But yeah, I think stay in and theater now.
Are the two that we're debating? Okay.
You just coasted past road trip. You're like, oh, I guess road trip stays.
Yeah, road trip
Anyways.
staying. Yeah, and I guess road trip.
That's your nomination.
Well, Alyssa's pretty on board with road trip too. So
I love road
we're
trip.
taking a road trip
All
after
right, all
this.
right.
Christine, your cut.
PI.
Oh,
Yes, please.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. That's the only thing is I keep falling back on the stay in thing. That like yes, romantic dinner is really great and stuff too. But like for me, like we already cook together. We already sleep together. Sometimes we'll do the other thing.
What?
Um,
So you're saying it's not special enough for you?
like we can make it a little bit more special, right? Like you can light a candle, sure.
wow.
Yeah. See, and a single candle. I can't
I
afford
would
more.
Just the one.
Yeah.
One tea light.
I would be happy. I would be happy keeping or cutting stay in if we're keeping theater and road trip. I'd be okay with that.
I agree.
I agree.
Oh.
Probably. Is that
Oh, I see some nodding. Oh,
Christine? Can you get an audible nod? Okay.
that was a
okay.
grunt, but sure.
All right. Okay. So, sorry. Stay in. You are out. So we have dancing, live theater, Palantines, and puppies,
And road trip.
and road trip.
Yeah, that's
That's 5, right?
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right. We have the responsibility to rank these. I don't think it'd be that hard. Let's start with number 5.
I'm going to put live theater down. It was hard to get in.
Yep.
Because it barely made the cut.
barely made the
All
cut.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And it's better than a movie because it's more interactive, but I don't like a movie because you're sitting quietly still for a couple of hours with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Live theater can go there. And then let's say road trip or
Yeah.
Palantines?
No, I like the idea of Palantines. Like being somewhere up top. Maybe not number one.
Yeah.
But
Alyssa?
Yeah, road trip it.
yeah.
Road trip.
Road trip number 4.
Road trip number
I'm cool
4.
with that.
Okay. What do we got now? Valentines?
I'm comfortable putting Valentine here.
Same.
Just smack in the middle of our list here.
Sure. Yeah, that's a nice spot for it.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, because it's a little friend date, which is very nice.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ranks any higher because then
But it's nice to have it there
It's-
because
yeah.
we're acknowledging all sorts of love. Yeah.
for
'Cause
all you
mo-
single
most of-
people out there.
Most of my damn Valentines have been damn Palantines / Galentines.
Yeah.
And that's
True.
fine. Broentines.
Or just fucking times.
Or like I like ooh.
Wait, what?
I said fuck it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think
Or
you
that
said
too.
fucking times. I'm like, whoa.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
Sure.
whatever floats your boat.
You know what? Like on the same string as Palantine, Galentine, whatever. Like I've also done like acute Valentines with my family.
Oh, that's sweet.
Famine times.
Famine
No.
times.
That sounds
no,
like
that sounds hungry.
It sounds like you can't.
I'm hungry. Yeah. No, but because I just moved out of my parents' home like 3 months ago, right? So I'd been living with them for 24 years. Lovely people. They're the best. But it used to be like I would come home on Valentine's Day. Obviously no plans because I'm single and boring. And I would just stay in. And my dad made like surf and turf and like had wine and brought flowers for us both. And just
Oh,
like,
sweet.
you know, we both came home from work and there's just, you know, lobster on the table with steak and a big bouquet of flowers
Yeah.
and then like a nice glass of red wine. He had the fireplace going. And I'm like, this is really sweet. Like
That's
he's just
sweet.
like treating us when we came home from work.
But you know what? Family Day, because it happens very shortly.
Federal government does not get family day.
Yeah, that's
so I
whatever.
have to go to work.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Do you get Family Day over there, Alyssa?
It's the same day, but we call it Islander Day.
That's so cute. You
Do you spend
Islanders.
time with the family or just with everyone on the
Islanders,
island?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all just like get into one spot and celebrate together.
And just
That
be in a
sounds
circle and
intense.
sing Kumbaya?
yeah,
That's
exactly.
You all get on your own little island.
An island for you, an island for you. Okay, so we have dancing versus puppies.
Puppies number 1.
Yes.
Puppies number 1.
I think we can all agree. Or like animals. Like animal
Animals.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I can get on board with that if that's the general consensus. I freaking love puppies and
Right.
animals in general.
Or kitties
Or
or goats.
Or kitties,
whatever.
sorry.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's not be speciesist.
yeah.
Species.
Let's just write
Specious.
species. Does that sound good to you over there, Alyssa? Or what do you think?
I like it. I don't think anything was going to top puppies. I think
No,
it was
the
definitely
the enthusiasm for puppies is
Yeah.
very high. All right, we have our list. Here we go. Number 5, live theater. Number 4, road trip. Number 3, Valentines. Number 2, dancing. I did some dancing just now.
Ooh, is that why you're out of
Sweet
breath?
A little shimmy. A little shimmy. And number 1, puppies. Or any other animal. Any other animal, but no bugs.
And the puppy is coming up to you and he has a flower in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like giving you a little rose? Like you're his Valentine?
Or if you want to be super cute,
It's
you
just
put a
you, girl.
blanket and every puppy has like a word on it and it
It's
just
like- it
spell out a
spells like,
romantic
"I love you," or
sentence.
something.
My ring size is 6.
All right. Okay, so that's it. We are going to honorable mentions. Anything else that didn't make the list, feel free to just list them off here. We don't have to make it into a big thing, but let's just list off everything we didn't nominate. So, thumbs up from Kristine. So here we go. Breakfast in bed for me. I already said
yeah.
the spa. I said hiking. If you're a hiker,
Very
go
good.
somewhere
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
A little board game night.
Okay.
Just 2v or just 1 versus 1 kind of thing. A paint night. I've never been to one of those before, but
That would
I
be
hear they're
fun.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said museum. When I said go dancing, I put in quotes, but like fancy.
But like,
Not like Babylon.
Yeah, comedy show, road trip, a home cooked meal, a wine tasting tour.
Oh.
I said trip down memory lane, so that's kind of like what you were talking about,
The, like,
Kristine.
revisit?
Or the
Yeah.
revisit some classics. Bath bomb.
just take a bath
Ooh,
together.
like a bath.
But like with that bath bomb,
From Lush or something.
From Lush. You guys ever seen that before?
My roommate works at Lush. Everything I use is Lush. I can't use anything other than Lush or she gets mad at me. Yes, I know what a bath bomb is. There's 300 in my apartment.
Okay.
I feel like bath bombs just make it look like you're in Kool-Aid, though. Like
Yes.
you're taking a bath in Kool-Aid.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
drink it and die. Like a cult.
And the bubbles are also sometimes a little suspicious.
Yeah,
you know?
yes, but it looks cool when it goes in the
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
Like, and the last one, when I was thinking about skating, I'm like, you know, what'd be cooler than skating? Roller disco. Even though I can't do that either, I think that'd be super cool.
You know, it's so funny. When I lived in Calgary when I was a preteen, in the winter, like that's all there was to do as like a Calgary preteen. I don't know, or like you go to the mall or you go to the like roller skating rink.
I would love that. That's
so lame.
And you get like the cool guy with his skates.
No one was cool there.
No, everyone's cool at the roller disco. Let's go with Alyssa. Do you have any honorable mentions?
The only ones I have, everyone said, I had board game night, and I also had the, recreate your first date, or like a place that's like very memorable to you.
And roller disco. You had that too.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I did.
All right, no judgment. Fine.
Catherine, do you have anything else that we missed?
Well, I kind of elaborated on winter activities. So I put like snowshoeing or like skiing, that kind of stuff. And I also put, maybe I should have thrown this one in, but I put volunteering.
Interesting.
I did that with my boyfriend once. We volunteered for Beyond the Pale, like for a beer, like a brewery, but still, like you could actually volunteer for like a charity or something like that, and like kind of like have a bonding. I used to do it a lot when I was a teenager at Christmas because I'd get grinchy, so I'd be like, all right, I gotta like do something or else I'm not gonna get in the spirit. So
Yeah,
I
that's
had
good.
that there. Yeah,
I like that.
Very nice.
And Kristine, what do you have?
I also had volunteer.
Whoa, there you
What?
go.
Wow.
I wrote volunteer, but I specifically wrote at like a retirement home because I think it'd be like they would have like a nice little activity and you
Yeah.
can help. Maybe
I
it was, like,
worked at a retirement home. I don't want to go.
You think
back.
it's gross, but I thought volunteering
They
as
kept
a couple
calling me
is
different
very
names.
sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
They kept
What
calling
would
me
they call you?
Edward, Jonah.
They didn't want to call you Tuong?
No, well, this is the same guy who just kept forgetting my name. He's like, "Oh, you must be new here." Nope, 2 years.
Oh.
He's like, "Okay, Maury," and I'm like, "Nope." So yeah.
I had also like board games, but I wrote board game / video game cafe thing.
Ooh.
Thinking like, whoever
loft
you
or
make,
something.
yeah. And if that's your thing, like if you're a couple who likes to play video games, great. If you're a couple who likes to play board games, great. And then I feel like, you try and play to win, and then whoever wins has to play for like the hours that you like played. You know what I mean? Because you have to play, like you get charged for how long
I
you
see.
play.
Right.
That was an idea. Make something.
Like crafts?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Make something.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if it's just like write like a really nice card, like say how you feel or something, or if you want to make like a little craft or a little cute thing, even if it's food.
Paper mache.
But mostly I thought about that great episode of Friends where Chandler and Monica have to make each other something, and they didn't have. Or Chandler was very lazy, so he just gave a mixtape that his ex-girlfriend Janice gave him.
Oh, yeah.
So then she like puts it on, and it's like My Funny Valentine is playing, and then in the middle of it, Janice just goes, "My Funny Valentine," and then they're like, "What the fuck?"
And then her laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was a little SpongeBob.
I have sitting around a fire with hot chocolate.
Good.
Thought that would be nice. Maybe at a chalet if you're going skiing. I put jazz club because I think those are really fun. Just have a nice glass of wine, listen to
The
some
jazz, some smooth
I
jazz.
really want to go to New Orleans for that and just like jazz club hop. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, do that crawl.
Yeah, jazz club crawl.
Jazz crawl.
I put dumb fancy ass date. Just fucking one time, do like the super expensive shit like restaurant.
Yeah.
Dress up in a really nice outfit.
Yeah.
Go do the nines. Obviously split the bill because
Obviously.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I have coast through Tinder.
That's
Oh,
That's
that's
interesting.
fun.
Or
That was me for a
Thrinder.
while, where
Yeah.
it's just like I liked to just before anyway, just like message guys and just try and be overly dramatic and romantic and scare them on Valentine's Day. Be like, I'm really looking for somebody for tonight. It was funny. And then my other one, which I was hesitant, but for you and your partner, if you're at this stage in your relationship, to go to a sex shop.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it might be fun if, like, I don't know, you have like a budget, you both go like buy something and then bring it to each other and like be like, this is like, I think it'd be really cool to try this
I'd be
tonight.
intimidated. I wouldn't know what to bring.
Well, you could
Just wear an outfit.
You could throw down some ground rules or something.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
like,
Put your ground rules. Tell your comfort, what you like, what you don't like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really like a bonding experience too. And if you want, it could be a bonding experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To like, I don't know, try something new that night or whatever.
Get like a Tarzan loincloth.
That's my tongue.
That's ring size 6.
Ring size 6.
Okay, so we reached the end of the show. Alyssa, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Did you have fun on your very first podcast?
Yes, it was awesome.
Yes. Well, we would be happy to have you back. Now, do you have any plugs going on in your life?
Okay, 2 plugs.
Yep.
Number 1, just my own personal Instagram. Can I do that?
Of course.
Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so it's Alyssa Wool like a sheep, WOOL. Second plug is you can get Beach Chair Lager at the beer store in Ontario. I just checked and you can get it in Ottawa, made here in Prince Edward Island. Light refreshing lager.
Great. Yum. You don't want to plug your cat's Instagram?
No, it's on hiatus.
Oh, okay. Sorry to bring that up. Catherine.
Obviously, as I mentioned before, y'all should see some live theater, specifically at the Great Canadian Theatre Company. I've just started working with the Ottawa Children's Theatre, so if you have children, send them to learn some drama skills.
To me.
Send them to me.
Give
me your
me your
kids.
children.
Yeah.
Hide your
I will
kids.
make them kooky and creative.
Kristine.
I didn't think I had something, but then I remembered. On February 15th. So when you're
Chocolate
having
discount
your
day?
chocolate discount day,
Yeah.
best day of the year. A local musical group who are absolutely dope, Jump and Joel Flash and the Magic Machine, are having a single release mega party for their new single The Rain. Which is going to be a hoot and a holler, and my band Rhythm and Burgundy is going to play the first half. And we have been on hiatus since summer, so we are coming back. Rhythm and
the
Burgundy,
vengeance.
comedy duo band that I had co-created.
Great.
Right on.
And my name is Tuong again, and you can find me at the other podcast, which is the Improv Punch Up, which is a very fun show where we just do improv scenes off movies and TV clips and just make it better. You can also just follow and like the Podcaver and share the love. And you know what, everyone at home? We love you.
We love you.
I don't know if we told you that. Alyssa, do you love them?
I love them so much.
So much. You heard it here first. And that's it for the show. Anybody want to sign us off?
Love means never having to say you're sorry. Now sing the song.
I don't know the song.
Well, that's it then.